So now that we've added an image, we've added our buttons, how do we get these to actually work? So right here in our section of setting up our menu buttons, let's go ahead and work this out together. So if just always make sure you don't click on the text and that you actually click on the button itself. If once you have your button clicked, you go ahead and scroll all the way down to the right hand side of the screen. Let's say for whatever reason you don't see your details panel. The way that you're able to get this is if you go on the window tab right here and you click on details, it should pop up. So in the event that that disappears. So right here we have our button clicked. It says you can either name it start or play, it doesn't really matter. But let's say we click on this button right here, we will go on clicked. And I was already doing this, so let me just start from scratch. So if I'll just go back to designer since I deleted these. So once your button is clicked, I click on this plus button, it already creates this node for me. So we've selected our button, we've scrolled down to click. It tells us to add open level by name. So we will drag from the execution pen and we will go ahead and type in open level by name and it already pops up. So as you'll see here, so it's saying once this button is clicked, I want to open this particular level. So this is what happens in games, you know, when players hit the start button or if they complete a task or a quest and a new level is bound to start. So let's go back to this really quick. So this is important. This is the level that you want it to open to. So in you guys' case, it will definitely be, if you've been using the third person template, if you go under the folder right here, if you go to maps, it will show you your third person map or whatever map that you want it to be. As for myself, I am using the starter content. And this is the map that I wanted to come to. I wanted to come to the starter map. So I will go back to the widget blueprint right here and I will type in the exact map that I wanted to load to. So I am going to compile and save. And if I go back to our designer, remember that we are working with the start button. So if I go ahead and exit out of this, once I click play, remember my start UI should pop up. And once I hit the start button, my starter map should appear. So let's, so this is the simple way. Just make sure, I guess it just all depends on what you are naming your maps, but I know most people are starting with the third person. So just make sure you get that exact name. Right here, styling your UI. This is something, I won't really do any of this. There's a lot of videos that show you how to. I think one of the first videos that we watched in class and the other resources show you how to make this pretty if you'd like to. So we're not going to go into that. We're just kind of going into the features on how it works since this is not really an art class. But yeah, so in the next thing that we'll do, I'll just show you the exit button really quick. We have about a minute left on my recording. Let's go back to, I'm gonna go back to my UI and my start menu. Let's say the quit button. Let's say you just want to quit the game. Make sure you the button is clicked. We'll do the same thing here on clicked. And remember, this already appears for us. Once you drag out the execution pen, if you go ahead and type in quit game, not quite, but quit game, it should, this should be good. But right here, obviously there's these little buttons that are in here. It's for you to let it know if maybe there's a specific player that you want to quit the game. So maybe once a player doesn't have any more points, they can quit the game, but that's more detailed. That is not what we're doing. And another thing, just for organization purposes, if you go ahead and click on your node on the event graph, and while you're clicking, you press the letter C, it should give you like a comment box and you're able to organize these as you'd like. So it's pretty cool. So let's go ahead and test our start and quit game function. So once I hit play, I have my user interface of UAT. If I click start, boom, and if I actually, let's see, if I hit start, oh, that's just a quit, it just kind of like quits the game for me. And for our next video, we will go on how we can quit the game from or pause the game from the actual level itself. And then the last one would be on how to exit the game from there. Thank you so much.